What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Your Impact Attack. Yes, I said Your Impact Attack. It is I, Colin Wysong, here with another episode, another fun evening of talking about moose ahead for each and every one of us. And I am not alone, as each and every week I am graciously allowed to be in the presence of, well, not that giggling man. Well, I mean, yes, he allows me to be in his presence too, but the man, the myth, the legend, the man that has held more titles than anyone in time. He actually taught the guy how to make titles, and then when the guy said, "Hey, is this a good title?" Vet just no sold him. He just looked at him and stared him in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, the vet.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Homeboy 88. Put the pot roast on hold, spaceman. Uh, and yeah, and of course we have we got that third man in the booth, right? Got Red Light Hernandaddy, as it were.
Red light Hernandaddy in the haze. Red light haze daddy.
Hey, Steady.
Haze daddy.
What's up, Brandon?
He's in the haze. He's broadcasting from the haze daddy.
Doing
In
good.
the
And
haze.
there's actually a story behind the name too. If you guys don't mind me telling it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so there's a time I went to go wrestle in Mexico, and on the way down there, I was told that I was not aware of this at the time, but on the way down there, we were told that the place we were wrestling for is owned by a drug cartel. And one of the things that we needed to know that anything they offer us, we cannot say no to because they take it as a sign of disrespect, and a sign of disrespect is they will kill you. In fact, the guy we were staying with in Texas, who was kind of like our contact guy, even showed us a gift they gave him one time, which was a bloodstained machete.
Ooh.
So at one point during the stay there, they offered to pay for hookers for us.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually drove us to this place that's called Disneyland. That's what they called it. It was basically like the red light district. And as we get there, we checked it out and we had our fun there. So then when I heard Hernandez's interview one time, he talking about it at a border town he was at. And when he described it, my jaw dropped because it was like, holy shit, that was like exactly what I experienced. Like, I even remember seeing the place for where they had the donkey shows at.
He was talking about the exact same place?
It might have been because it was like exactly to a T what I saw when I went there.
So Johnny Swinger alive and well in Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't need Las Vegas. He is Swinger's Palace is alive and well, allegedly. Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, like he talked about how like the women would stand outside the rooms, like these little rooms there, and they stand outside, and you just drive up the thing, and it's like, all right, see which one. All right, I want that one. And you just get out, pay, go in, and get your business done.
Also, it's good to see Kinky Kelly and the Sexy Stud still getting work out there, still making it happen.
I'm the Sexy Stud. This donkey's a dude. Kelly could be a guy's name too. Hey.
Ooh, cake. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's a smooth transition into whatever we want to talk about next.
Actually, it is, because have you ever seen Clerks 2? Have you ever seen Clerks 2 with the commentary?
Probably.
Because they talk to the guy that's a part of the Kinky Kelly scene, the Sexy Stud. They talk to him, and he basically says that this is one movie that he has never told his family about that he's in, just so that they don't go watch it and find out that he's standing behind a donkey.
He's got a mask on. He'll be all right.
And the third one should be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, excited about that. Excited for that. Yeah, look. I know Homeboy 88. He's very excited about Jay Lethal. Just one of the many guys from Ring of Honor who are probably going to be signed to AEW here soon. But who I mean, come on, we all saw that coming. He was in a lot of the BTE skits, not the BTI skits, because I don't think BTI does any skits. They just have matches before Impact. But he was definitely a part of the BTE skits. So it's pretty not too shocking to find him find his way to AEW in that sense. Any
No,
thoughts?
no thoughts. Did you
Thoughts?
guys watch Full Gear or anything?
No, I don't
No.
watch AEW. Why would I subject myself to that?
No,
Why? You tell me.
I just
I'm out here
it's
buying
just
Doge Bonk. Okay, look that
okay.
up. Hashtag Dobo.
Well, yeah, I think Jay Lethal's gonna find himself struggling to get TV time, just like everybody is. So that's just something that they're gonna have to sort out. Um, it's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah.
But
They're eventually run the same problem WWE has, where it's like, shit, too many guys, not enough spots, got to trim the fat.
Goodbye, Dark Order. Goodbye, uh, acclaimed.
here's the difference, right? The AEW started with the 100 guys they didn't want. Okay, now they got to get rid of them when the other guys are becoming available. And a lot of other places just aren't going to be able to afford. Like, how much is Impact going to really be able to afford? You know, look at who they already have. Look
I
who
mean,
they already have.
Morrissey's big budget, man.
Yeah, look who they already have that they're not putting on TV every week. Even when they got a set of tapings that they do like 4 shows at once.
Yeah, where's Chelsea Green been?
She was on this episode that we're about to talk about.
Exactly. We're not talking about it yet. Where's she been up until this point?
Where has she been?
Where
Exactly.
has she been? Who knows? Maybe she's been in the trunk of somebody's car. Has anyone seen Santos Escobar? Has he been around Impact Wrestling?
Santos Escobar? No,
Yeah.
he's still got his job in
Okay.
in
Okay.
NXT.
He hasn't been cut.
Not
Maybe we'll
yet.
see Killer Cross and
Yeah.
Scarlett make a return here.
Hey guys, we're back. You know, like
Where's Disco? I need to wrestle Disco again.
I'm surprised he wasn't at these tapings. It's usually a ratings bump.
they didn't want to ask him there when Suzuki was there. They'll show him those because he said that Suzuki does sissy slaps.
Ooh.
So he was gonna give Glenn a shoot slap.
I am excited for the crossover show that we have with a lot of the Impact stars wrestling a lot of the New Japan stars. I hope to hear you kind of break that down if you're going to get a chance to watch that bit.
What are you talking about?
You don't know? There's I think Moose is wrestling God, I think Okada or someone here soon. Like there's some big time like Impact crossovers that are coming here where some of the guys are going to wrestle in New Japan. I heard some people talking about it, unless that's already happened.
Yes, this might have already happened. If you're thinking of Battle in the Valley, that was on Saturday.
That okay, yeah. So I was listening to a show from last week. Yeah,
Yes, it was Moose and Juice actually was
that's it.
the
Yeah.
match.
Something
Oh,
that
do
we
you
could
want
have
do you
seen
want me
here
to
on
give you a
Impact.
recap of Battle in the Valley?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So right off the top of my head, they started the show with like a lot of guys I did not want to see. Like these were all the guys that have been on New Japan Strong and stuff. Like they had Team Filthy and like those guys, and just I was just like, man, get this garbage the hell out of here. Nobody wants to see this shit. And then they started getting a little more hype when the guys who are actually from New Japan came out. So Moose and Juice Robinson had their match. It was good. Moose went over as Impact Champion as he should. Okada wrestled the former Buddy Murphy, but she's called Buddy Matthews now. I guess that's So as I said to Sergio when he brought this match up to me, I said, "Oh, so it's the guy that is New Japan versus the guy that watches a lot of New Japan. That should be good." It was an all right match, and of course Okada went over there, and then finally, I think the main event was Jay White versus Tomohiro Ishii for the Never Openweight Championship, and As usual, maybe it's one of those cases where one guy just has the other guy's number. Ishii put him away and became the Never Openweight Championship one more time. And yeah,
How many times is that?
I think it's 3 or 4. I
Yeah, it seems
don't.
like he's got it a lot.
Yeah, he does have it a lot. Ishii's the guy that they send in when they need to beat a guy. He's never going to be the guy, but
He's gonna beat the guy.
yeah.
Doesn't that kind of make Ric Flair's argument invalid about to be the man you got to beat the man?
A little bit. But like when it's when they're the man, Ishii can't do it. Like if Jay White was the IWGP champion, Ishii wouldn't be able to win. But if he's the Never Openweight Championship, you beat him to get the belt off of him, so he can get on to doing bigger, better things.
Would he beat Hangman Page right now?
Whose show is it?
AEW.
Is it a New Japan
he
show?
Just won. He just won the title. He just won.
I don't
AEW
think Tony Khan is going to give the Stone Pitbull the AEW championship. I'm sorry to say, even
Pitbull
though he
might have
should.
Some words backstage with Tony Khan that might change.
He's
change
a lot.
his mind.
So, in my opinion, he's a lot more marketable and handsome than Hangman Adam Page. But whatever. Do you guys? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because a lot of people were saying Hangman Page became the AEW champion at Full Gear, and a lot of people have been saying if they don't pull the trigger on Hangman Page, it's gonna kill him. They have to do it. It's now or never. Like all this, the Mark talk. Like they know every damn thing. What do you guys think of Hangman Page? Do you really think that he's somebody that anybody outside of that select group of fans that know who he is would care about?
He could be if they gave him the proper booking and presented him correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be an ultimate babyface in an organization. He could easily, like the way he's likable with how they've presented him on AEW, I think you could put him in any promotion and he could be that babyface of that promotion and get over organically with a crowd. I think he knows how to kind of tap into the crowd.
He's a cowboy, and his name is Hangman.
Okay,
This doesn't feel like it. This doesn't feel like a gimmick out of time here in 2021.
Let's put this in the racially charged era that we are in right now. Okay, he released a Bullet Club shirt with a noose on it. Okay, he also is known as the Hangman, which a lot of these could be seen as certain things. He plays a cowboy character. He is still able to get it over, and no one even bats an eyelash at any of that being racial or controversial in any way, shape, or form. And that's what people jump to first and foremost in this era now. They want to be able to point the finger and be like, oh, look at what he's got a noose on his thing. Look at that. Look, I mean, yeah, there was probably some shenanigans behind Mr. Jury's shirt and the way that it looked in the WWE, but that immediately everyone piled onto it and went straight to a racial thing, right?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Jury. Fury, Jury, whoever it was that ACH was calling himself in the WWE.
Jordan Miles?
Jordan Miles. Yeah, I couldn't remember what his... I knew it was something.
Or that actually does have a racist past to it. That one.
No, I know it does. But what I'm saying is even a noose though, like there's a Bullet Club shirt with Hangman and it has a noose on it. Like again, he kind of carries a noose with him sometimes.
Well, even setting that aside, like just this, I don't know, this sort of cowboy thing. I don't know. It's not that I have a problem with the cowboy. I have a problem with Adam Page just sort of being bland. Like his whole thing is very bland. I saw him do exactly one good promo ever in his life. And since it was recent, then I guess I could say I have a recency bias and say he's doing better. But I don't know. I also don't think that it would have mattered if they gave him the title or not. If anything, you could argue that the longer he has to wait before he gets it, like the more people will want it. I don't think they're just going to all of a sudden give up on it. Like just because he doesn't win in one match and one pay-per-view, they're going to be like, Oh, I'm done with Adam Page. I'm done caring about him. Don't like him anymore. Sorry, he's a loser. You know, if
No,
if
but I
if
think they've
if,
built
if
enough
coming out
image
if
of him.
coming out to every situation with a tumbler full of alcohol in his hand doesn't bury him in front of everybody for looking like an idiot, I don't think losing one match is ever gonna change that either.
No, but they've done enough, I think, to build up empathy and put like they've built a savings account basically into his character and why he's so over with that crowd. Like through that's what you got to understand too. I think I mean I'm sure you understand that, but
Yes.
a lot of
Watch your
people don't
phrasing, kid.
like with AEW like the way their fans are. The AEW fans pretty much eat up all of the content that AEW puts out. So they're watching being the elite, they're watching all the extra shows. So they're seeing all the different angles that Hangman Page is being presented in. So they have that, like I said, the empathy and the sympathy for uh
Right.
and as Canada Spaceman said, Dean Martin had a drink in his hand for his entire career and he did okay.
It made sense in his context.
It makes sense in the
D
Cowboy
Martin never
Man's
tried to
context.
break up a fight in the lounge with the drink in his hand.
Hey, that just shows skill if you can break up a fight without spilling your drink.
I think D Martin would spill his drink. I think Canada Spaceman made a better point about Hangman might be able to pull in female viewers if they ever bother to tune in even by accident. That's probably more accurate. But that's
Yeah.
why I was that's why I was asking you guys. Is your exact point, Colin? Like everybody in AEW knows everything he's been through. Is he going to pass the eye test for anybody else? I think that's more so my question. He
Get
could
him on
pass the eye
Dancing with
test.
get him on Dancing with the Stars. Put him in front of the mainstream people. Put him under a mask for like the Masked Singer, and then have him appear out.
The Masked Hangman.
The Masked Hangman.
All right.
And I guess before we jump into reviewing Impact, did you catch Holloway versus Rodriguez this weekend?
Yep, that's all I caught. I didn't watch any of the other fights. I just watched that one because I like those guys. And I thought that it was another great fight, also real. You can tell it's real
That was a very
because
good fight.
you can tell it's real because it was just on a fight night for free, and they're just like, we don't care about these guys. Whoever wins wins, basically. So they didn't have too much of a stake in it, but they knew it was going to be a good fight, and it sure was. I bet they're wishing they sold it now. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Colin, we are not calling Big Ray. Don't be texting Big Ray. I will leave this show. Oh boy. Looks like he's going to do it. Do you have anything to talk about the fight?
Oh man, it was an awesome fight. It we got a really great fight. I wish it was going like another 2 or 3 more rounds. We can see another edition of this fight. Yair looked really good at the start of the fight. Was kicking the legs. He seemed to have abandoned that strategy because it was working there in the first couple rounds, especially after the second and third round where he got his ass kicked. He kind of seemed to have abandoned the leg kicking aspect of things, but it was working for him. Came back in the fourth and the fifth. I feel like he did a little bit better up until kind of the end there, but he showed a lot of heart, and Holloway's the champion that, well, you know, ex-champion now, that he's going to be that gatekeeper. He's going to be so hard to defeat because he's just so good. His boxing is on a whole nother level, and as
So
long as
sharp
you
and
don't-
accurate.
yeah,
Like
as long as you don't
clean
kick his feet and
shots.
take his legs out from under him, he's gonna be able to ping you and pinpoint where your head's gonna be at to hit you with such, like you said, clean shots. I mean, he was busting Yair Rodriguez up. Now he was taking some shots himself. Yair was showing some really good boxing for a guy that's a kicker, and was really kind of busting up Holloway too. Holloway just doesn't show the damage like Yair does, and that's you know, kind of like with Usman and Covington a few weeks ago. You saw Colby gets busted up a little more, but you don't see the damage as much on Usman's face and some of those things. I mean, even when like Rampage fought, you wouldn't see Rampage could get cut up and stuff, and you couldn't tell the damage all that much really with his face.
Counterpoint: Rampage never fought.
All
I
those
want
fights
to
were fixed too.
I want to say, if Holloway had any weight on his body, he'd be knocking people out. But he's just too light. That's the only thing. So,
When he
but he
moved
did
up to
some
155, he got destroyed by Poirier.
he did some grappling in this, which I had not seen him do like in my recent memory. Like I couldn't think of a time when I saw him on the ground that he wanted to be there. He actually initiated some takedowns here, and that was cool. But yeah, he's just a good fan favorite. Like he's a good person to point to. Like if, for people that aren't really that into UFC, but maybe they like pro boxing or stuff like that. Watch a Max Holloway fight and see what you think about it. Then, very exciting.
Anything else? I think the card was full of a lot of knockouts on the undercard. I only think like maybe one or two fights went the distance, which was really fun to watch.
I speaking of knockouts and punching, and the punching motion that Brandon made, I'm sure you guys are fans of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, the video game, right?
Yes.
I just thought of this recently because I was texting Ray the other day, and I said a quote from one of the boxers, and he didn't know who it was. So I was going to ask you guys to see if you knew who the quote is. So a little trivia for the chat. No Google, no cheating. Who said, "I don't smoke, but tonight I'm going to smoke you"? If we had some Jeopardy music, that would be great, but we don't. Just imagine the Jeopardy music in your head.
It's not Piston. Was it Piston Honda? I feel like I've read that one as many times as I've played through Punch Out. I feel like if it's not, my next guess was going to be the Baron.
The Baron? Who the hell?
The guy with the purple pants.
The guy with the purple pants. Who the
Yes. You fight him before you fight the Indian dude.
King Hippo?
No, not King Hippo.
Well, that's who you fight before the Indian dude.
No.
He might have purple pants. It's King Hippo.
It's not King Hippo. He's the guy. Maybe he's the guy you fight before King Hippo, but that's Don Flamingo, I think.
Sounds like Von Kaiser. Is that your
Von Kaiser? That's it. Yes.
Well, you have brown pants, and he's the second guy you fight, and he did not say it. So that's. I'm afraid I have to stop giving you guesses. Brandon, do you have a guess?
Nah.
Go Soda Popinski or Bald Bull.
Yeah, let's go one of those.
No. Incorrect. The answer is Super Macho Man. Super Macho.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, that Super Macho Man.
But did you say Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Did that make a difference, or
Yeah, because Punch Out is different from Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
which? No, it isn't.
Yes, it is because
The two NES Punch Outs are identical.
no, you just said you fight Mike Tyson at the end of one, and you fight
Yes, Mr.
Dream.
Dream.
You fight Mr. Dream at the end of the other.
Yeah, and he's just a white palette swap of Mike Tyson who fights exactly the same. So it's the same game. He doesn't have any. He does have different quotes than Mike Tyson, though.
So it's not the same.
For the purpose of our trivia game, if I would have asked you one of his quotes, it would have been different. But everybody else has the same.
Squid Game here with the vet. We're all gonna die because we got that question wrong.
Oh no, you do kind of look like a Squid Game character, Colin, with your hood all up and everything.
I am. Look,
So.
Trying to find things to play on the Roadcaster. I need some new drops.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah. Same old stuff. Well, speaking of same old stuff, we got an episode of Impact this week, and yep, that's exactly my feelings about it, because once again, after a strong start to this set of tapings, the Moose has just tapered off and tapered off and tapered off. Next week, we probably won't have any Moose at all at this rate. So it's very disappointing. But, I mean...
But we get Bullet Club versus Finjuice.
Yeah, we do.
Their version of the Bar versus the Shield.
Yeah, I don't know. Brandon, what did you think about this
God, the
match?
bar.
Because I don't really have so much to say about the match itself, other than the hot tag was cold as fuck. But other than that, like I don't really have much to say about the match. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it.
I mean, it was the same match we usually seen out of these guys. I mean, I thought they did a good job with the heat, keeping the ref distracted, making sure that he stays on them instead of the ref. Um, Bay's a star. I mean, the guy knows how to work the camera and keep the attention on him. But like I said, we've seen these guys wrestle like a million times. Kind of need something else to kind of add to the heat to it. Make these matches mean something a little bit more. Because we've seen it just a million times. Maybe build to a gimmick on pay per view.
Hmm.
I'm kind
I
of
don't
tired
know.
of seeing Finn Juice. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Interesting you said that. So my point was going to be now, unless they are just exhausted from this being probably like week 3 of TV tapings, then the crowd does not give one shit about Finn Juice. They don't. They just don't. It was evident here. They would much rather cheer for the Bullet Club, no matter what they were trying to do to be heels and cheat and hit guys in groins and whatever. It's either getting them over more or Finn Juice is just not enough for people to care about. I
I mean, are
mean,
they're not even over in New Japan, so why do you think they
no.
would get over here in Impact Wrestling?
Why do you think New Japan keeps shipping them over here? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, well, these guys maybe not so much for us, but maybe they can help our brand in the States, and that's not what you want. You don't want, if you're looking to see New Japan representatives, you don't want to see Juice Robinson. I mean, Juice Robinson on his own is fine. David Finlay drags the thing down with his boringness, and I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's a disappointment to his father and all of us. And we don't want to see this team anymore. At least not
Doesn't even
right.
have a shillelagh.
No, not right now. We got World Tag League going on right now in New Japan. They just started it. They've got 12 tag teams that they put over there. And Finjuice is not one of them, even though they're an established team. What does that tell you? It tells you the writing's on the wall. So these guys are going to have to do something to get people to pay attention, because just dressing like the Macho Man and being David Finlay's son is not it.
I know what they can do. Tony Storm only fans.
But they're still going to be the ones showing up in the arena and having the matches. Like, are we gonna, if we're gonna give them proxy cheers for Tony Storm's revealed body? I'm not gonna cheer Juice Robinson for that. I'll just be happy about Tony Storm's body and then not like Juice Robinson as much on my own time. I can keep it separated.
I will say on Brandon's point of view about Chris Bay, him being a superstar, it's probably why he's already in Bullet Club the way that he is. They usually are very nitpicky about who they allow in a certain sense.
Well, I would say that, but
Well, except for when the Bucks were in there running it and just bringing everybody in left and right. But
oh yeah, running it. Let me make one thing clear to all the fans that didn't actually watch and think that's what the Bullet Club was. Nobody gave a fuck about the Young Bucks in Japan. Nobody gave a fuck about any of those idiots in Japan. So they were just there. They were tolerated. But they like to act like they were. They like to ride the Bullet Club coattails and make it seem
Omega
like,
was the biggest star they had.
yeah, he was, but the Bucks weren't. There's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Through proximity and Kenny Omega, the Bucks ran the Bullet Club the way they needed to.
Yeah. No, there's only a couple of guys making decisions in New Japan, and he's a nice man, so he allowed some things to happen. But that's over now. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Remember when they hired that white guy, Henry, Hank? I
Harold?
don't know, Harold.
Yeah, it made sense at the time, but
You
Didn't
know what
pan
I'm
out.
not excited for?
Hmm.
Caleb. Actually, I was kind of excited for Caleb versus Minoru Suzuki because I just wanted to see Minoru Suzuki beat the shit out of Caleb.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, he is a little bit there.
Yeah, so anyway, just in case you care, the Bullet Club won this match using sudden death, and there was a afterbirth with the Good Brothers, but nothing really important about it.
Did you eat the placenta?
I did not eat it. The fans
The-
ate it. It
The
was
placenta fell to the floor.
yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Confusion.
Yeah. Lightning crashes, and we get Scott D'Amore with Gia, and no music. Josh Alexander comes in, and this is what I want to say about this part. It's like he's saying, Scott D'Amore tells him like, "We'll give you your match once you put Suzuki to rest." It's like, once you put Suzuki to rest, how about if?
Nobody put Suzuki to rest.
Yeah, like way to build intrigue on what's gonna happen, right? Oh, don't worry, you'll put Suzuki to rest, and we'll just move on with our stories. Like, okay, this is fake. We're watching fake wrestling, guys. It's all fake. Don't worry about it. Don't tell somebody you're gonna put it. He should have said if you put Suzuki to, like, if you can get past Suzuki or something like that. Like Suzuki could potentially injure you to the point where you won't have to worry about Moose anymore because you'll be in the hospital with another broken neck from a pile driver. That is more like what something he should have said. But no, they're just like, once you get past Suzuki, get you Moose. So that's what I thought about that.
You know what I thought about?
What'd you think about?
I was thinking about old Soda Thompson beating up Brian Myers. While Brian Myers is recapping his embarrassing loss and challenging him to a match. But guess who got the week off? I'm looking for a week off. Vet, can I have the week off like Zicky Dice?
You're talking about this week or next week?
Whenever. Just give me a week off like Zicky Dice.
Okay,
Just give me a week off.
Zicky, you got the week off.
What about
I mean,
Jacket
Colin.
Time? Can we talk about Jacket Time? How awesome is Jacket Time?
Mildly awesome.
Jacket Time or Good Brothers? One's in the chat if you prefer Jacket Time. Two's in the chat if you prefer the Good Brothers.
I better not see a single two. I better not see a single
twos as well if you like chin locks. If you like rest holds, put those twos in the chat. If you like to take off your pants in Jacket Time, put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. We'll let you guys put some numbers in the chat there. And
Well, on this episode of the Best Professional, whatever it's called, episode 47, I saw that VSK speaks, and can we go back to him not? I think that worked out better.
Please.
Cat's out of the bag now. He's talking
too late.
each and every week.
It's too late. All right. Yeah, I don't think this is the showcase for Zicky Dice here. I don't think what they're doing is good enough. I don't think he's being allowed to do enough. I know he can do better than this. I'm not even Zicky Dice's fan. I'm just saying, like, what I've seen of him already is way more than they've been doing with him here. He's wasting his time, I guess. Like, if he was trying to get to like a bigger viewer base, I don't know if he is. I think they might have got more views for NWA on Fight TV for money than Impact gets for free.
He's just collecting a paycheck.
Man, I don't know. I would think the paycheck would be bigger somewhere else, but I guess not. Anyways,
You don't have to worry about Ray coming on. I sent him the thing, and he just sent the middle finger emoji back to it. So
that don't mean nothing. He could just be doing that and then still come on anyways.
yeah, true. I'm gonna text him.
Stop texting him. Just pretend he doesn't exist for now.
Chat. He's over with the chat.
I want to wrap this up in a reasonable time
He's
before he
over
comes
with
on
the
and starts
chat.
asking about past TNA wrestlers that are no longer on the show, like that's ever been a funny bit.
It is. How's Eric Bischoff doing, by the way?
How's Garrett Bischoff doing?
How's filled out Jeff Hardy doing?
Old man Jared's still in charge, Daddy.
What about what about Abyss? Don't you guys miss Abyss now?
No. He's busy trying to tell people in WWE how to have matches.
Yeah, it's not working, is it?
They actually,
Yeah, I wonder if he. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm actually referred to the move later tonight, or later in the show as a Black Hole Slam.
Very nice. I wonder if he's just like backstage, like, God, I wish I was back at Impact, hanging out with those guys in Decay. I miss Crazy Steve. I miss Scott D'Amore. No, you don't think so?
No. I don't care what he wants or what he feels. His problems are his own. And speaking of problems, Caleb has run into a set of problems.
Yeah,
a set of legendary problems. Colin, did you get to see this?
He gets one forearm in really, and then just gets decimated. Like this wasn't even a match. This wasn't even. I was disappointed. I want my money back, Impact. Whatever you're paying Suzuki to come out here for 10-second matches, I need you to pay me that. Okay.
Well, what else did you expect it to be? Is Caleb?
Right. We're talking about building intrigue, like, and them not doing it. How about the killer legend versus the guy that loses to women clean? I wonder who's going over here.
The guy that beats up Asuka.
That's right.
The guy that beats women clean.
He's like, I'll show you how to handle a woman.
The guy that beats women clean versus the guy that gets beat by women clean.
Right. I mean, so we got what we expected. Any
Hopefully,
thoughts?
Suzuki and Alexander are a better match next week.
Hopefully. But any thoughts on this, Brandon, before we head on?
No, this is the first time seeing a Suzuki, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like as far as in the ring goes, but I also like to see more of his personality and explore more with that, and just see him like it seems like he's got a good sense of humor to him. I like to see more of that explored because like you combine that with the seriousness. This guy can still kill you. To me that's a money combination.
Yeah, a lot of Suzuki just ends up being him smiling at you trying to hurt him and then beating the shit out of you. So, I mean, it's a good character to have, I guess. It's the character every wrestler wants. The only difference is most of them aren't able to forcefully put it into practice whenever they want.
Whereas he makes it extremely believable.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not about to go in there and shoot on that guy.
Yeah, it's believable. It's believable because he will do it if he wants. I'm surprised like a guy like him actually has any sense of humor at all. But
that's why he does have a sense of humor, because he knows like he's like that anime villain that just knows he can just snap his fingers and destroy everybody. So it's just everything's so whimsical and funny to him, because it's like,
right,
why are you standing up to me, you little minuscule ant?
Right. And he knows what a heel's supposed to be, and that's one of the things that's good about him. But, he's also a big One Piece fan, so he's always going to be a babyface in my book.
He ate his devil fruit. That's to be menacing.
Yeah, he ate the ass kick fruit and became an ass kick human.
Just don't get him wet.
Yeah, he'll lose all his powers if he touches water. So we get a moose sighting here next with Gia. And he did there it is. A wild moose appeared. A wild champion moose appeared. And he basically delivered a perfect promo right here. Measured, told a story, and did not take long.
You mean a perfect promo.
Yeah. This is how you can't do any better than what he did here. So, I mean, you guys agree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not just saying that because it's Moose. Like, if you go back and watch this, it takes about a minute and some change or whatever for him to say what he needs to say, but it's all relevant, to what's going on around him in the stories at the time. So, Moose is doing his business, or whoever's helping Moose along, like, I wish they'd give some of that help to some of the other people on the rest of this fucking show, because goddamn, you got a whole other show. Zicky Dice standing around wasting time, you know? Let's do something with him. You know?
No. You know what we do get, Vet?
Yes, Decay versus Slutter.
We get a spin-off, like Fear the Walking Dead is to The Walking Dead. The Undead Brides are to the Undead Bride. It's the spin-off we didn't want, the spin-off we didn't need. It's Randy Loren and old Kimberly as the Undead Brides.
And I did not know that zombies had Twitter.
Yeah. You don't have to be alive to have a Twitter. As long as you can, you know, sign up, make your profile.
Right, see, he kept it short because he wanted us to have more decay time. He wanted us to spend more time with the Undead Brides. It's
How
Moose.
kind?
It's like I said earlier in the chat, Vet. It's I put it. Moose creates opportunities for everyone as champion, Vet. That's what he does. He's out here just, hey, I'm champion now. You get an opportunity. You get an opportunity.
A benevolent King Moose. I've been meaning to ask this question for several weeks now, guys. I keep forgetting about it because I don't write it down in my notes or whatever, and then we just usually brush past it. But I've been meaning to ask you guys a serious question. Is Brandy even kind of hotter as a zombie with blood all over her clothes?
You mean like this?
Like what?
Hang on, I'm pulling up the tab. Calm down.
You're supposed to...
It's not like you had prepped the questions so that I was know what you were going to ask. Can you see it?
Yeah, I think the people can see that.
Because like my screen's blank now. Okay, now.
Looks like she got a vag on her dress.
Kinda, yeah.
It's a zombie vag.
The blood spatter pattern does somewhat resemble a gash of some sort.
Yes, I was kind of looking at that picture. And star of the show is here, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ray Hernandez. Ray, just don't ask about any TNA stars that are no longer in TNA.
What?
It's a
There we
running gag.
What's going on, Vet? You have a problem with me being here?
Oh no, not at all.
Well,
I'll
here
tell
we
you
go.
the spot on the show we're on. If you'd like to take it away.
We're talking about the Undead Brides and Decay. Big Ray Hernandez. What are your thoughts on the Undead Brides?
I don't know.
Did you
Where are they?
think that Sue Young would now have minions that are dressed in painted faces just like her? Oh, he can't even, he can barely open that Coors Light.
Roll Tide.
Who? Sue Young. She has brides.
She has undead bridesmaids now.
More than one.
Yes, two. Brandy Loren and Kimberly.
Brandon, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm nice. Just got back from work. Colin sent me this fucking link. Want to talk Impact Wrestling? I haven't watched in like a year and a half. Apparently, Sue Young has people that she hangs out with.
Yeah,
now.
you want to see him? You want to see him, Ray?
Sure.
Okay, here, I'll pull up the picture. You vamp while I pull the picture up.
Okay. Got my.
That's what they, wait, are you laughing at Decay and Rosemary, or are you laughing at the undead brides there?
Can you increase the size of the who's the other undead bride?
Kimberly.
So what they did was they wrapped her up in I'm assuming more clothes to cover her up.
It's the same amount of clothes that she was wearing before.
So she's not wearing like the redneck hooker type gear anymore.
No, she has like this weird onesie with a dress. Like it's weird. How would you describe it, Vet? What Kimberly wears?
Well, before she looked like she was wearing like her daughter's Disney princess costume before
that's
she
what
dropped
it
her
was.
off at soccer practice, but now it's just like a tattered version of that.
Well, that's
Rosemary's
quite-
the best thing about this match.
Is Rosemary still signed? I mean, like, is she going to be signing again, or
Probably.
you think so?
Yeah.
That girl needs. Vet, you think she's any good? Honestly,
Rosemary?
yeah.
Yeah.
But if she goes, like, the only place that I would trust her to go besides Impact would be AEW, because WWE would totally just fuck her up.
I agree. I liked Rosemary for a long time. She had what shape is she in now? Because she was
She's
kind
in
of
really
getting
good shape.
in
She's
good shape
gotten
now.
back into some good shape. She looks pretty good. She's had some pretty good promos and some good shows the past couple weeks, I would say.
Brandon, you still haven't taken the film off of that camera? Like a little plastic that goes, it has a little tab. You just go.
No,
Comes right
he hotboxes his room, Ray.
What?
He hotboxes his room. That's weed smoke.
Are you? Is that what that is?
Might
Like
be.
Snoop Dogg in there.
He's like, it might be. He doesn't-
It's like the inside of the Mystery Machine if you were in an episode of Scooby Doo.
Jesus Christ.
I'm chilling with Shaggy.
Brandon, what were your thoughts on the Undead Brides and Decay?
Good job on the production of covering up the Kimberly whiffing on the kick. I mean, it looked like it wasn't a squash, but Decay definitely dominated, as they should. I mean, these two are just lackeys, and I mean, more needs to be done with them. And Decay's the real, stars, especially Rosemary. She just steals the show every time she's on the screen.
She's the best they got in terms of their women's division at the moment.
She's been really good for a long time. I'm surprised none of the other companies have decided to pick her up or anything like that. It's weird to me,
It could just be she likes working in Impact. One of
Stop
those
it,
things
stop
where they
it.
get
Would you
where they get
stop?
comfortable, man. It's
I
like Jay
guess-
Lethal. Why would Jay Lethal spend his whole career in Ring of Honor?
Because nobody wanted to sign him.
But why? He's Jay Lethal. He's so good. He's talented.
He's fucking Black Macho Man, dude.
Granted, I can't. And Macho Man was great.
Yeah, but that was the most over he was. Imitating Ric Flair and doing the Macho
Okay.
Man gimmick.
And Sandow got that over too.
I guess. I don't know. Sure, why not?
What do you think? Vet, you got anything else on this segment?
Well, I think Kimber's probably been watching a lot of Gallows matches lately because there was a chin lock by the time I looked up.
She probably has. She's been hanging
and
out
then
with the good brothers.
Yeah, probably. And then before I know it, Havoc sat on Brandy or something, and they won the match.
She did, and after the match, the Inspiration came down to the ring, checking out the contenders.
Oh, they were there. They were there from the start. They
Yeah,
set
but
up
they-
stools on the top, and
They stayed away. Why would you get any close to? Why would you want to be anywhere close to the Undead Brides and Rosemary and Havoc?
yeah, the smell must be.
Big Ray, did the Dominicans make a comeback?
They did not.
They did not.
They did
you
not.
know,
They are fucking gone. I gotta be honest with you. Now, when we come home, like all times of the day, like the sidewalk is clean. There's no stupid car outside that has like that blue metallic paint and a fucking rear window missing, and they have a fucking hefty bag for a window. It's fantastic. It's the best thing that's ever happened to this neighborhood. Kids are playing outside. Ice cream trucks are passing by again. It's just magical.
Speaking of magical, we've got Madison Rain versus Mercedes Martinez.
She's terrible.
Like Dominicans making a comeback. We've got Mercedes Martinez and Madison Rain making a comeback here.
Now, you rightfully skipped over a lot, but I do have to point out that you skipped over it because they did like 5 things in a row here. Like Heath and Rhino backstage, Fat Eddie pacing backstage, the Inspiration being disappointed with the Brides for losing, Sabin saying some BS, and then Madison complaining at Caleb, and then Scott comes up and gives her a match with the Mercedes next week, which is actually this week because this interview was on .com last week. So this whole thing, these last 5 things I was talking about, exactly, right? These 5 things I was talking about was kind of like a ECW montage, but just without Miserlou playing under it in the background. So we got our ECW not smash cut interview montage, and then we get this match with Madison and Mercedes.
Yes. And what a match it was. Brandon, give us your insight.
I thought Madison had a pretty nice pace and tempo to the match. I mean, she kept it, she kept it with the crowd, and uh, again, credit to the production staff because well, some of those shots from Mercedes Martinez look a little weak to me, at least in my opinion. Like you can see the way that like the production kind of cut away from it, just so like it's way. Well, let me start over, so I'm losing my train of thought here. Hold on, I'm so sorry.
Is it the smoke in the apartment? Is that what that is? You got to stop doing like drugs. Don't laugh, dude. This shit's serious, man. Like, you know how serious it is?
like a late period.
No, I got you.
And we serious like a late period.
God damn it.
I'll go through my notes. All right, so when Stryker made the comment about the vertical suplex, saying she must have been watching it earlier, it's like she wasn't watching it, because usually if you're watching and you see somebody do something, you're not going to repeat it later in the show. Madison, she had the decent heels. I mean, I thought she had a nice pace, tempo, kept it from getting too out of control. Again, those forms are kind of weak. Stryker wrongfully called that blockbuster, just by blockbuster. Notice the buff blockbuster, and very nice of Mickey for her music to hit before coming out for making the save.
Always gotta have that music hit.
And I did enjoy the swerve of seeing Mercedes lay her out. At least now instead we got the nice, face heel dynamic, because we just got done with the face with Cage and Alexander.
Very nice breakdown. Vet, your thoughts? I know you love some Madison Rayne. You're excited. You're excited to talk some Josh Matthews and some Madison Rayne.
I am. It's cool because like she can call spots in sign language because they taught her sign language. You know what I mean? So here's another situation where it's like, okay, I just got rolled up, so I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, how about this? A, why not just start with that? Just start with kicking her ass. If it's that easy, just kick her ass and then you won't get rolled up. B, how about just put somebody over? If you want Mercedes to win, how about you just get beat? How about that? How about we don't have to like get our heat back and stay strong and all this other shit? You look, make the win mean something. If you're gonna put somebody over, put them over. That's it. And then Mickey comes to save, and then after, Mercedes hits her with that move. So, C, sell the beating you just got saved from. Nobody comes out of this segment looking good. They all look like trash because everybody's trying to keep everybody on an even playing field. Somebody's got to get over in this. If you're trying to build to a match with Mercedes and Mickie James, just have Mercedes go over Madison and let that be the end of it. And if you want to do something with her and Mickie after, how about do it backstage, like on her way back from the match? Like Mickie say, "Hey, good match," and Mercedes like, "Fuck you, ho," or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Shit.
Whatever she says.
That was actually way better.
Fuck you, ho would be fantastic.
Some rated R type shit. That's some Attitude Era shit.
Yeah, they could bleep it,
Yeah.
So.
They're already on a 7-second delay, anyways.
Right, but no, they're on a 7-day delay. They're on a 3-week
like
delay.
A 3-month delay. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like Suzuki's got a match next week. He's already been back in Japan for a week. So
come on, Vet. Who are we kidding? They're not even editing botches out of their matches when they
they're not.
when they have the time to do it. So.
No, like Brandon said, they're trying to cover it in real time, because I noticed that there was a lot more cuts in this. I especially started noticing it in the main event, but like they're trying to do more like in real time production here. But my main point of this is that you were trying to make everybody look good and everybody look like trash because of it. So
this is why we have Vet. Breaking it down.
Once again, just being that vet, man. Just doing what vets do.
As always.
So fucking over.
Hey, Big Ray, who was your go-to team in NBA Street Volume 2?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. So here's the thing. I played that a lot, and for some reason I can't. Oh, well, my go-to team? I always play with the Knicks.
No, but like when you put a team together, like
I would have the Afro dude.
Yeah. Stretch. Yeah.
There was Stretch. There was a girl that she was a good 3-point shooter. The female? Is there a female? I can't remember.
That's how you know it's a video game.
Let me look up the characters because I don't remember the characters. Let me look at the characters. Keep
You know they had real players too, right?
Yeah, I remember they had Michael Jordan in the game and all this other shit. It was awesome. It was fucking great, dude.
Yeah,
But Stretch was one of my favorite. I used to go through what time?
The soundtrack.
Soundtrack was amazing. They also had wait, what am I thinking about? No. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking you're talking about Street Ball?
No, NBA Street Volume 2.
NBA Street Volume 2. They had NFL Street Volume. But then didn't they have they had the And One video game as well. Remember that?
Yeah, nobody played
You guys ever played that?
No, nobody ever did.
Everybody played the And One game.
Including you. You
Brandon
never played it.
Brandon's playing it right now.
No,
He's not even
I
fucking
think you're
paying attention.
confused. They were And One shorts and shoes. We had And One shorts.
Let me
Dude,
look it up.
the and one players were in NBA Street. They were like unlockables, like you know those guys.
Looking
right?
at the roster.
All right. While he's looking that up, ladies and gentlemen, I wonder if Big Ray's drawer will ever come back as a segment.
Remember that?
Old Big Ray's
Stupid game.
drawer. Are we on to Rohit Raju and Rocky Romero?
We got Burt Macklin talking to the camera.
Give me some
Trey
Burt.
Miguel walks up,
Give me
and
some
Scott
Burt.
Demore walks up, and
Give me
everybody
that
walks
Burt.
up.
Did Scott Demore walk up like this?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he sure did. And he's like, "Oh well, if you want to be in a match with Trey Miguel, then maybe you can face Laredo Kid next week, and if you win, you can be in a triple threat. Oh, another multi-man match,
Yeah.
maybe." Although they have proven in the past that that's not necessarily a guarantee, as with Tommy Dreamer, So, but yeah, that happened. And then Morrissey was pacing around. And then Soda Thompson was calmly talking to Brian Myers. Well, actually, the camera again. And with Swamak by his side there. And then they showed how we got into the Rohit and Rocky match, where last week on the .com thing again, Rohit got up in Rocky's face and said a bunch of stuff. My question was, how the hell did we get out of this without Rocky Romero, of all people, not saying one single word? Like, most of the time I can't get him to shut up, but this somehow he just doesn't say anything. So I'll take it, but I think it's a little weird.
They had this player, Biggie Little, little kid. He was fucking nasty with it, with the little corn rolls. I used to pick him too. Sorry, Brandon.
I'm liking Rohit's work. I mean, he's got a good, mixture of character in-ring work. As far as like the double stomps go, I've never really been a fan of those because like it just doesn't really seem that believable. Because realistically, if you did it to somebody, you'd cave their chest in. And the problem that they had with the last match with like not the clean, put somebody over, they fixed that in this one by having Rohit go over strong and decisively in this one at least.
Matt Stryker says he believes that there's a place for pure wrestling in our sport.
Yeah, okay.
Good to know. Thanks, Matt. Thanks. I'm glad that there's a place for wrestling in wrestling.
I think that may have been a reference to ROH wrestlers possibly coming over and being welcome there. Maybe.
So who could we see coming over from Ring of Honor though into Impact? Who would you want to see, Brandon?
EC3 returning maybe.
That would be great.
I think the door's been open for EC3 to return anyways. Plus, I think he's got that new show he's doing with Vince Russo. I don't know.
There's a guy on that roster. I think his name is Adam Brooks.
NBA Street Volume 2?
No.
Huh.
The Briscoes. I want to see the Briscoes.
I think they're going to AEW.
I want to see them in AEW because I think they could have a lot of really, really fucking good matches.
You don't watch AEW, right?
I do. You know Joe Hendry that he used to be at Impact Wrestling?
Yeah.
That guy is swole as fuck. What about Kenny King? Is he still wrestling with ROH?
I think he's still with ROH too. Yeah.
Kenny King's a guy that
What
can
about
come and do
Caprice? Would you like to see Caprice Coleman
some,
come over to Impact Wrestling?
I'm not sure. What about Matt Taven?
Yeah,
Matt Taven.
Taven's
Yo, is PCO still wrestling or no?
yeah. PCO still there. What about Danhausen? Very nice, very evil.
See,
Would fit in well with like Decay and Johnny Swinger and stuff like that.
I think he would.
Dalton Castle.
Yeah, but I
That's
think
another fun one.
What about Roosh? It's a guy you could bring into Impact. Like that Danhausen guy, I think would get over better at Impact Wrestling than he would in AEW. Simply because Shane Taylor, he's a good one too. But Danhausen, I think, is a perfect fit for Impact Wrestling. They already have a small little painted face guy that runs around and throws himself off of shit. Even though Danhausen is more of a character wrestler and he's more of a comedy wrestler, I think he'd fit in great. You could even put him in with Decay if you wanted to. As the runt of the group, that would work well. I think. Why am I so serious? I'm too serious tonight.
Serious like a what?
And we serious like a leg period.
No, I'm
Right.
serious. I'm dead serious.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. You're
I
always
love
around the
fucking
corner,
Tony.
Tony. You're always around the corner.
But yeah, but Danhausen is one of the guys I would definitely, and Kenny King. Those are two guys I would bring over, and I think they would do well in Impact Wrestling. Kenny King, I would put him right into that Impact. What the hell's their fucking mid card? The X Division title picture.
Yes, the Dark Horse
fucking
cheeseburger.
Don't they already have a cheeseburger there?
No, they need a
You
cheeseburger.
could go for a fucking cheeseburger right now, guys.
Where's the? Come on, Colin.
We all could use a hamburger every now and again. Can I have a hamburger right now?
Yo, how's
Yes,
he
Dr.
doing?
Ted, you can have a hamburger with your hand all busted up in your Wolverine claws.
Did you see that shit? How
He's
fucking
now
cool
got
is that?
Adamantium running through his skeletal veins.
I'm so fucking pissed, guys. I was supposed to get my what the hell is this? The vet aiming daggers at the screen. Like he's not. That's what, dude. You don't know that already, man.
That's what vet does.
That's
what vet does.
Once again, just being that vet, man. Just doing what vets do.
That's what he does, man. It's fucking 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you want from him?
Yeah. What more do you want from the vet? Canada Spaceman.
Yeah, come on.
What more do you want
Yeah.
from the? You want more daggers? There you go. Look, more daggers just came.
Look at that.
Even more daggers just came towards
It's
you,
just-
Canada Spaceman.
It's just a function of the lighting and the way my eyes are naturally half shut. It makes me look like I hate everything all the time, even when I'm having a good time.
It's the vet's resting bitch face.
You have heavy. Do you have heavy lids, as they would say?
I think so. People always like, well, it's funny, people that don't know me, I've heard everything. Like, are you sad? Are you tired? Are you angry? Are you high?
I do it to
Are
you all
you
the
this?
time.
Are you that? Like, yeah, and I'm just like, I can't help it. This is how my face is. It looks the
This is my
same.
face.
It looks the same. Yeah, y'all want to see my face?
Yeah, I want to see my face.
I don't know any other way for it to be. So that's just how I was born, I guess. But it does come in handy because it's like a poker face in a way. No one can really know what's going on.
Poker face.
Yep. You guys ready to see that? What is it, House of Gucci or whatever? Lady Gaga?
What is that? House of
Is that,
Gucci.
that movie?
You know
about
what I do want to see though?
the stuff.
That Wu-Tang show. Big Ray, have you been watching that Wu-Tang show?
I watched.
I think the
both
vet should be
seasons.
watching that Wu-Tang
this,
show.
this fucking guy.
Damn, I was supposed to get that sound clip too, with what's his name? Fucking a guy that got booted. That they try to boot off of Netflix. Dave Chappelle. Wu-Tang. Shit, keeping it real. Remember that greatest segment in the history of Dave Chappelle show? Chappelle show. Chappelle show.
Well, the important thing is, like Brandon said, Rohit won. So
Rohit is fantastic.
yeah,
He's really good. Like that's
Really
a dude,
good.
bro, that needs to be on a big stage. That kid, that young guy, man, and not just because he's cool with us and he comes on our show that we put him over. I mean, he's really good. Like he's a great wrestler. He's in fantastic shape, and he can cut a mic. I mean, the guy's cut a promo on a mic. He's great, man. I don't know why wouldn't AEW pick him up? Is he happy there? You think he's getting the big paychecks, the moose paychecks there? I don't think so.
I don't know, Ray. Sometimes in this business, being good isn't enough.
It's a damn shame.
Being good at everything isn't enough. That's not what they want. They don't want somebody good.
They don't want you to be good at everything. Right?
I was supposed to get my iPhone today, and it never came. I got my screen protectors ready. Got my case. It's not here. Never came.
King Kong Bundy once said one time to kind of understand this a little bit. He said, he said, remove a B from this. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Remove one of the letters B.
To eat the man, you have to
be the man, you have to eat the man.
You have to eat the man? Are we talking about like Vince McMahon eat?
Well, apparently that's what Shawn Michaels did.
Like eat his butthole?
Or ate something down there.
Oh, you gotta like munch on a sausage?
The big sausage pizza. One of my favorite websites, by the way. Who did he beat off? Javi. Big Ray is still watching. What is it? Pretentious? I'm not in the subways. What are you talking about? I can't even read this shit so fast. Stop. Big Ray pulls subway riders. Okay, Canada Spaceman. You just
Is it
jealous.
like Billy on the streets, but Big Ray on the subway? And
Just
like Big Ray just runs around and he's like, "Hey, you, for $1, put your mask on, or I'm gonna call the MTA." And he runs off to another person. He's like, "Hey, you homeless person, don't shit right there." And then he runs off to another person. Like, is that what you do? Big Ray on the subway.
They're just jealous because all their police officers wear stupid red outfits, ride horses, and carry shock sticks and win intercontinental championships for only like 2 days.
Big Ray on the subway.
How you like that? Your stupid flag with your silly leaf on it. How you like that? Canada Spaceman. You only have 2 colors. Pfft. What flag has 2 colors? A.
The Japanese flag.
Shut up. Shut up. Colin.
The Russian flag.
Shut the fuck up, Colin.
Chinese flag.
Colin, you fucking prick.
Very many flags.
Sonic's
here. Sonic showed up.
Finally.
We were just waiting to get the real show on track once you showed up.
Stop talking about Sonic. He's here.
So now it's Swingers Palace time. Yes. Well, not really. It's not really Swingers Palace.
It's just about Swingers Palace earlier.
It's just the guys from Swingers Palace that have been displaced, and they're looking to have a match with Decay and Fall Above Volunteers to be there on their team. With
let's play a game. Let's play a game with Big Ray. Big Ray. Of the 3 of us, myself, the vet, and Brandon.
Sure, why not?
Which one of us has been to a donkey show?
Oh, Brandon. 100%.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yep, Brandon. Ding, 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 ding.
You locked that in real quick.
You locked that in.
Brandon's a quiet man, but he seems to be a person of no inhibitions. Seems to be somebody who's willing to try anything. I respect Brandon.
Thank you.
Yeah, he'll try anything under threat of death. Sure.
Wait,
yeah, pretty much.
What they held
go back and listen to you. Go back and listen to the top of the show. Yeah. You'll hear the story of why he is called the Red Light Hernandez on this episode of your Impact Attack.
How's Sean doing, by the way?
Sean.
Yeah, Hernandez.
Sean Hernandez. I don't know.
Are we on that first name basis with him?
He's my cousin.
He's your cousin?
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
You're all related?
Nice. No, really. He's my cousin on my father's side.
Nice.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that, Ray, and I still don't believe you. I don't believe anything you say.
Sean,
you bristle any time that you could be considered anything related to anything other than a Puerto Rican.
So here's the deal.
So
you do know that Sean is not Puerto Rican, right? Well, he's not Mexican. He's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican on his father's side. Hernandez, which is my father's side, and he's from the exact same part of Puerto Rico my father's from. We had this whole thing on a podcast. Me and Ben, we spoke off air.
Y'all talk about it where
right.
he like y'all wrote each other, or y'all talked to each other, and y'all found out y'all were related.
Exactly. So I had him on like 8 different shows. He's he's actually half Puerto Rican, half Mexican. He's Googling right now. I can see that. He's real steady, but his hands are moving. No.
His
No,
Google is dick.
you Googled already. Your penis. Yeah.
I didn't Google nothing.
You know? How you
How
think
was
I
I
got
supposed to know any of this? How is anybody supposed to know any of this?
Because
Ain't nobody
you-
listening to your 8 shows.
you should have listened to the Impact Rebellion back on the WZ.
The hell was that?
That was
Exactly.
before. I think that was before. That was after. Y'all had
Was it
already
after?
come over.
Was
Yeah,
it
y'all
Impact
had
Attack
come
already?
Over to Hameen. But that's why we're not talking about it because Chelsea Green cut a promo this week and we're not
She's
talking
wrestling?
about it. Yeah.
Just cutting a promo.
Is she wearing a dress and shit?
No,
Not really.
she's not crazy yet.
But she's gonna be crazy, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, that's amazing. Is Zack Ryder there still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
We're
doing
gonna- we're
Stevie
gonna-
Richards Fitness in the back here.
We're
right
going to
before
talk
they
about
showed
Zack
Chelsea.
Ryder here in just a moment because we've
Fuck
got this
yeah.
number 1 contenders match as we have Zack Ryder, sorry, Matt Cardona, Eddie Edwards versus W. Morrissey.
Wait,
What's
before
your
we do that, I just want to give Brandon the entire floor to say anything and everything he wants to say about Chelsea Green and her 30-second spot on this show because I know he loves Chelsea Green and she doesn't show up that much and he doesn't talk that much. So I want to make sure that the stage is set that we can cover all the Chelsea Green we need to cover on this episode of Impact Attack.
Well, Chelsea Green is looking gorgeous as usual, and clearly she wants a digital media championship, which is it's nice to, at least make it that title mean something. People want it, and it gives like some like a reason to watch the extra content. Like, hey, we're going to give her here's a title. Okay, now I got something to build around. At least it's something. They're trying, and it's decent. They're putting some effort into it.
That multi what is it called, the title again?
A digital media championship.
That's a woman's title, or is that like an open title?
It's
Anybody?
basically it's intergender basically, where it's like on their like digital media content on their platforms. Like if you gotta watch it on like social media or their website.
Okay.
Anybody can challenge for it, right? Even like see that little StreamYard duck in the corner?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Potentially that duck could challenge for the digital media championship. As long as you exist on digital media, you can potentially be a champion.
I have a question, Colin. If I reach straight, let me see. If I reach straight up, do you feel this?
Yeah. Yeah, quit rubbing my butt. Oh, don't put that there. Can you feel this?
Don't do that. I don't like when you do that, man. I really don't. Like for some reason, I get creepy feelings.
You're one of my snowflakes. You should
I
know.
wonder why. I wonder why when the only person that does that is a creep.
Right, Colin, you're a creep. You and your stupid hoodie.
Hey,
You're about to rob a liquor store.
hey, look, I can be your puppet, Ray. Put your
You like
hand
you like the type of guy that goes to rob a store and gets smacked over the head with a Snapple bottle.
up. Yes.
Like that shit that went viral the other day.
I saw a guy, a video where a guy, he won the lottery. He spent like $20,000-$30,000 on his chain, right? And then went to the gas station and someone stole his chain at the gas station.
In the same neighborhood that he lived in.
Yeah, pretty much.
What an idiot.
And those same people had stolen somebody's chain at the same gas station like a
Damn.
little earlier.
What a fucking fool. Did he get it back?
I don't know. They got it all on video, but it's hilarious seeing him
Yes.
get like pushed over and beat up while he's flashing his chain.
You look at the video and it's actually Colin getting beat up. What? Yeah, go ahead. Tell the truth. Dead air is fantastic on the podcast, by the way, guys. Just putting it out there.
Well, you said something really rude. I do hide outside Ray's window and watch him while he's sleeping.
Come to my window.
Brandon,
I'll
you should
be
just
there,
sing the rest of the fucking show. Fuck it. Fuck it,
I'll
we'll
give
do it
him
live.
I'll give him some music to sing along to.
Okay.
Because this man's title's on the line, and we're here to determine who is going to be the number 1 contender for his championship.
Mm.
Did you enjoy this three-way? You know the thing here, the three-way thing that we had here with Matt Cardona, Morrissey, and I've already forgot who the third person is. It doesn't matter.
Fat Eddie.
Fat Eddie.
No, it's a Dusty Wolf.
Do you like? What do you think I think about this three-way match?
You enjoyed it. You gave it 5 stars. Dave Meltzer 5 stars.
Nailed it. That's what I had written down here. I had written down on my notes. Loved it. Gave it 5 stars.
Because I'm not creeping Ray's window. I'm creeping Fed's window. I read his notes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he did. There he is. I'll wave to you right now. Yeah, I don't like when stuff like this comes on. I just mentally check out. I'm not going to be watching a three-way match or caring. I'm just here to see who won. So the only person that makes sense to win won. Fat Eddie. Fat Eddie wins.
Remember when Barry Horowitz won? Finally?
Gave him some
Yes.
pat on the back.
It's fucking over. Who's your favorite enhancement talent vet of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah, like your very favorite enhancement talent.
The Rico
Moose.
Man.
Oh, that's not nice. What was
It's not
Canada's
my fault. It's not how I would have booked him.
what was the guy from Canada? Canada's greatest athlete.
Canada Space.
Iron Mike Sharp.
Yeah. Canada's greatest athlete, Canada Spaceman.
What about Brandon? Who is your favorite enhancement talent?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good ones.
There's a lot of good ones.
I think there's like WCW had a lot of good ones back in the day.
They did. Sure did. I mean, Dusty
You know
Wolf.
what? You know what? High voltage.
High voltage, they were good. What about the Young Stallions? Jose Luis Rivera. That guy was fucking over with me. Do you ever remember when you watched the house shows and they would have like the enhancement talents versus the enhancement talents?
Yeah.
Like the opening matches, and it would go like 20 minutes.
And you're like, oh my God, somebody gets to win tonight.
It would be awesome.
Special Delivery Jones versus Steve Lombardi.
Steve Lombardi,
And
aka
you're
the
like,
Brooklyn
oh shit,
Brawler.
who's more of a jobber?
Alex Wright's another good one.
He was,
Yeah, but
he was not an enhancement talent. He got pushed hard.
he got titles.
Johnny Rods, fucking Johnny.
Yeah.
George South, remember him?
Yeah, sort of.
George South was a pretty good
Tom Stone.
Tom Stone. Fucking
Remember
Tom Stone.
You can't forget about Tom Stone, the great. Or what about Barry O? Or
He got fucked over, man. Barry. Well, literally. There was a dude. I can't remember. They used to call him Tom Stone. Tom Stone. What did he look like, Tom Stone?
it just looked like a fat guy. It looked like he should have been like changing your oil.
Do you remember Pete Doherty? Why?
Yeah. Wait. The Duke.
Pete Doherty. He was he was just he had like this fucking reddish blonde mullet. Leaping Lanny Poffo. He was kind of a jobber or an enhancement talent.
A little bit, but he had merch. He had frisbees.
I don't think he sold those. He just kind of gave them
No,
away.
you could get them.
You can buy them?
There, I think so. Yeah.
I
It'd be
remember.
funny. You buy his frisbee. And there's no poem on it. They just went to Toys R Us and got frisbees and sold them for like $15.
They just tape fortune cookies fortunes on the back.
Yeah.
He who buy this frisbee is a dumb man.
Yeah. Hey man, that's how you get over it when you're starting out your merch business.
Fuck, man. It's great. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, Buckshot Kid says, "Rest in peace, Angelo King Kong Mosca." I had put it in my notes to talk about it on Next Level, and obviously things went off the rails there, and I never brought it up. But
You should have brought it up.
Yeah, I've kept forgetting. For some reason, I have no idea why.
Oh, then
But
Then you shouldn't have said it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't say it. And I should, because we're talking about Angelo King Kong Mosca here. He's kind of a big deal. Ray, don't you have any memories of King Kong?
I remember he looked like a beast. He used to wear the fucking double gimmick singlet type thing. Well, it's not a singlet. He was a football player before that. Before he became a professional wrestler, and he was old school, tough as nails, mat wrestler. He was cut from the same cloth as guys like I would say like the Vashons, you know,
Yeah.
like a raspy or what was this guy that fucking you got the pic, there you go, see the double gimmick singlet thing that he wore there. Scary looking dude, bro.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that everybody's like, oh, well, that's what a wrestler looks like.
Right, he was
wide, hairy chest.
Right, he was a shoot tough guy too.
Yep.
You know, he's like who was yo? Could you believe? I gotta throw this out there. Could you believe during the pay-per-view, who was it that gave the claw to this kid on a pay-per-view? Fucking was it Baron von Raschke? Boy, what a shit job of selling that claw.
Well, what do you expect? It's fucking Ethan Page.
Damn, that was bad, man. But yeah, man. Oh yes, that's one of Bill's it's a good interview. It's actually one of his most watched interviews, believe it or not, on OneWrestling.com. But rest in peace, man. When did he pass away? He passed away last week?
Yeah, the 6th. He was 84 years old.
God bless him.
So he wasn't exactly a young man, but
if I'm correct, he was always up the ass of Bob Backlund.
mm-hmm.
Like he was a prominent challenger to Bob Backlund's WWF title. And we're talking about in the early 80s or late 70s?
Yeah, he was in those early 80s times, like he was there with that's like right before, there's like the precursor to Hulkamania era. So you had Bob Backlund.
That's funny you said that as I showed the picture.
Okay, yep, there he is. Thunder Lips.
around the Dr. Death Dr. D, I'm sorry.
Dr. D
era.
Maybe Dr. D a little later, I'm not sure, but Moscow's there with like Pat Patterson also. Had like a feud with Pat Patterson.
He's fat.
If you Google Mosca in football, I don't know if you guys know much about the CFL. I really don't, but I think that he was part of like this really famous out of bounds play in CFL. Do you know about that? Can you find that?
I don't.
Colin. Well, anyway, he was a big time CFL player. Canadian Football League. Canada Spaceman. Do they still have the goalpost actually in the fucking end zone?
You talking about Mosca?
Yes. Yeah, he played for the CFL.
Well, I found in this Wikipedia article, it says he's infamous for the 51st Grey Cup game out of bounds and late hit on the British Columbia Lions star running back Willie Fleming.
Willie Fleming. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, nobody knows who that is, but it sounds cool, right? If you say it in the old time announcer voice, Willie Fleming.
Willie Fleming. How big was he? Did it say how he must have been big?
6'4", 275.
It's a big boy. See, that's a wrestler. The big barrel chest, like you said.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think he was probably weighed and measured before they started working that as much. I mean, they always worked it, but for a guy like him, 6'4", so he had to have been at least 6'2".
You think so?
And probably in the 250 range, if they're working. But yeah, nonetheless, a large-looking man.
What the hell are
So
we looking at
actually,
here?
I just found this video. Right,
Mm.
this is Angela Moscow and Joe Cap.
Years old, surely all that's behind them. You would have thought so. When Cap recently offered Moscow a flower as a peace gesture on stage,
Oh yeah, and this whole thing happened.
Is this a shoot?
Yeah, look at him. He just went at him with his cane, bro.
Shit.
And of course, it's going to be a YouTube video with British people talking that mixed it into a rap video.
Now look at that. Look at that.
Right?
Look, first
Like-
off, let's look at that counter right there. Bow. That counter
That's a good
straight
men have
was right on the
reportedly been
button
odds for
too,
nearly
because he
50
dropped.
years.
He dropped
which
as soon as that counter straight.
Which
hit
one
him.
is Mosca?
In which
The
Moscow
fat
delivered a
guy, the guy in the
questionable
black.
hit that knocked one of Cap's
Oh, Mosca
teammates
got
out of
handed.
the game.
He got his ass handed to him.
Cap finally decided
Bro,
not
let's.
to
I mean, look at.
been at odds for nearly
Hang on, we're right here. Let's look at this straight again. Right here. Bow on the button. Even the vet's got to appreciate something like that. That's a clean. That's a clean. Holloway can't throw him that clean.
Colin.
Yes. Oh, he's drinking another one, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 2.
Look, Buckshot Kid's enjoying the video.
That was a fantastic video. It's
Football
nothing like two old men
is
fighting,
gay.
And 2 old men who can fight.
right?
Yeah, that punch right there, that would have ended Deontay Wilder's life.
All right, we're done with that.
Hey, guess what fight wasn't fixed this weekend? Holloway versus Rodriguez. Did you get a chance to watch that, Big Ray?
No, I did not.
You should go back and watch it. It was a really good fight.
I probably won't.
Did you see Red Notice with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and some chick named Gal Gadot?
I have not, and I am saving that for tomorrow when Jen comes home from work because I am taking a 3-day fucking weekend, so I am not working tomorrow. Are you drinking fucking Mountain Dew?
Delicious.
Bro, you might as well just fucking mix a little gasoline with sugar water.
It's okay.
They ran out of crab juice
Yeah.
at the Cloud Kalash stand. So
That's terrible, dude.
Delicious. Do the do.
No,
Do the do, kids.
it's good, but
Stay up late night drinking Mountain Dew.
oh my god,
Play,
I
play
just
Call of
looking at you.
Duty and get double. Make sure you get your double points.
wait a minute, Colin,
Here,
weren't you
here.
eating a Dorito at the start of this show?
No, I was actually eating popcorners. So
okay.
when Brandon was telling his story, I grabbed some popcorners.
those are good.
They're
that
really
a-
delicious. They're like a chip, but it's made of popcorn. Excellent. These are the white cheddar versions. The regular plain ones are also delicious. They also have a kettle corn version. I am not sponsored by popcorners, but we can work something out.
Isn't that like
Popcorners.
is that like the league that Popcorn plays football in when it's little?
They're never fried,
Wah, wah.
non-GMO, and they're gluten-free.
You know what it looks like?
Some popcorners.
that's-
Yeah, because you don't fry popcorn. God damn it!
Yes, you can. You can air fry it.
You can air fry popcorn.
Wow.
But I gotta
That
tell
is
you,
wrong.
if you tasted it, it's like
Yeah, well, that's disgusting.
it's pretty disgusting.
Well,
just saying.
you too, Canada Spaceman, can get this delicious Mountain Dew with Warzone. Get your Vanguard.
That shit looks
Call
like
of Duty
piss,
Warzone.
dude. It looks like straight up like you just pissed in that bottle and you just drink. Did I ever tell you guys? I gotta tell you this quick story, like really quick. I was doing a live. I used to do a show with a Canadian guy, Andre Corbeil, and we're doing this live review of I forgot what the fuck pay-per-view, right? So I was drinking. Those are beautiful. These, you know, the big Coors Lights, and I was just pounding away like 2 or 3 of them, right? And I had to pee, but I couldn't get up and just walk away. So I ended up kind of aiming my gimmick right into like that little hole, and I'm sitting there like staring at the thing. So if you can find that video, I have to find the video. You can tell when I'm actually just peeing live on air, right? So here's the worst part about that. I put the can down to the right of me, right? Next to the can, the fresh can. And on the video itself, straight up shoot, bro, I grabbed the can that I pissed in. I took a swig of it, and you could see my eyes open. And I just leaned out of the camera, and I almost throw up on myself. I spit my own. Oh, that was the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever done in my life, bro. That was fucking terrible. I am a pee-pee drinker. I didn't drink it. I sloshed
He's
it.
also a big fan of R. Kelly.
Oh man, that was the worst, dude. Oh,
So
my.
when you reach over and that can was measurably hotter than the
I didn't think
can that you
because I grabbed it by the, you grab it by the lid, and I just went like this, and it's just, I didn't even take a lot of it in, but it was just salty and hot.
He's used to taking
Blah.
salty hot stuff in his mouth.
All right, okay.
Any more thoughts on Impact Wrestling this evening, guys? Nothing else.
well,
They want to
just
know.
weak Moose showing. Need more Moose. He was up in the crow's nest watching this match. He did more than I did.
It was like Sting.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And then when he just got up and it was over, but it's like I want more than that. I can't just have one perfect Moose promo and then just Moose sitting in a balcony somewhere. I need like a little bit more Moose throughout the show. That's just what I need.
Even though Edwards went over, it kind of felt like a mess showcase for Morrissey a little bit.
And then he lost, so it's like, what are we doing? But it would seem like the match with Moose and Morrissey would make sense. They didn't go with that. I mean, the Eddie one makes more sense. It's just we've seen it recently.
So they could be setting up for that down the line. Possibly have Morrissey be the one to take it off him.
Sorry.
Or maybe if Morrissey wins a match, he can get inserted in a 3-way because they like to do that here.
Put him in the X division. Now he's next in line for X division.
Morrissey hasn't won. He's 7 feet tall. He can't teach that.
Moose screwed him over and took the belt.
Just by the way, to answer Canada Spaceman, it's like if you microwaved pickle juice. He asked me what pee tastes like. I
Sonic the Hedgehog wishes he should stay asleep. Sonic, sorry that the show is not 3 hours like you normally get here at the Impact Attack and the Next Level Wrestling Review.
Word.
You can't just come in halfway through the show and get like a full show out of coming in halfway anymore, unfortunately.
Fucking halfway showers uppers.
Hey, you do not besmirch the name that is Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? How dare you?
I didn't like his video game. Sucked.
Yes, you do.
I did. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I hated
Ray,
Knuckles.
are we going to be seeing you on the A show tomorrow?
Nope.
Why not?
No, because you didn't ask me. You asked
I
Billy
did
Ray
ask you.
Valentine.
I've asked you like 5 times.
You asked Billy Ray Valentine.
I did ask Billy Ray Valentine.
And then Billy Ray Valentine on the group chat. Should I read the chat? I'm not going to read it.
Don't read it. Don't read that. No, they have to pay for that. That's Patreon.
He fucking... No, she wants Billy the Kid. All right, well, you have Billy the Kid. You don't have me. I'll just be here playing with my wife's titties. So I'm going to do. Val, you sleeping?
Thinking about it.
Okay.
Ray, you don't want to come on the A show? Come on, Ray.
Yojimbo.
Yojimbo's not here. You can't say it if he's not here.
Oh, I wish he was here. I miss you.
Brandon, are you watching the pay-per-view this Saturday?
I probably will not be on it. I don't really have the ability to, unfortunately.
All right, I'll get you the ability off air.
Oh, we can get you the ability.
Yeah, we can get you the ability. It's called
Must probably be working too.
That's okay.
Watch on your phone.
Watch
Are you allowed to watch? Are you allowed to walk around with your phone at work?
I am. It's just I don't really think I'm gonna have. Don't know if I'm gonna have the time to or not. That's the only problem.
Well, if he does,
if you do,
we got you.
And if he doesn't, then it'll be just like every other time.
Yeah.
Brandon, let everybody know what stocks you're buying this week, where they can find you on social media, and what you smoking this week. What you picked up at the no, that's not a. Stop.
Oh man. So yeah, with the Republicans having actually officially filed their own version of a cannabis legalization bill, it's only a matter of time at this point. So I'm jumping in, putting as much as I can into it, looking for U.S. MSOs, which is multi-state operations, which are probably going to expand even more so once it becomes federal at the federal level. So yeah, getting in on that. It's also weed maps and grow generation, which are other services involved with that, which are probably going to be exploding here for too long. You can also find me on all the social media places and Twitch at Miss Tia the Transarchist. And yeah, that's about it.
I'm gonna invest in what's her name? What's Cody's wife's name again?
Brandy.
I'm gonna invest in her wine.
Yeah,
Whoa, baby.
Yeah. Whoa, baby. Yojimbo.
Ay, cabrón. Oh.
That you work tomorrow? Or you work later? Or are you off?
You can find me at Opinion Haver everywhere, and you can catch me on the Next Level Wrestling Review podcast, maybe this week with Ray.
9 days from tonight.
Yes, 9 days from tonight, or one day, whatever. Yes, and I don't know. I've been taking a relaxed approach to podcasting lately because everybody's been showing up for their podcast, so they haven't needed me to step in and fill shoes. So just here and there, and at Opinion Haver.
That's right,
and-
ladies.
Oh,
Go
and
ahead, Brandon.
one last thing as a disclaimer: anything I say is not advice, and I am not advisor. I am just simply mentioning the things that I am doing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he co-signed by the Pillsbury Doughboy himself. He is not a financial advisor, and that is not hashtag financial advice. Big Ray,
Yo.
tell all the men where they can find you.
Well, I'm going to ask all you guys one question.
Do you want to be a mark? Or do you want to leave a mark?
At Big Ray Hernandez on all social media. I'm falling asleep. Like the vet.
Let's all look like the vet.
Fucking
Everybody in
all-
the chat, do your eyes like the vet.
You have to be angry.
Yeah, do the little smiley face that's got the slit eyes. That's the vet emoji.
Oh, somebody's leaving a mark. Well, listen, guys. It was...
I just left a mark.
Ooh, hey,
where? Would you fart? Not wipe? I've done that.
wake up, vet.
Leave Vet alone. Vet works incredibly long hours.
Okay, I'll wake up, Mr. Just Got Here at the end of the show.
Bastard. It's probably where he
Calling him
lives
out.
is probably morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys. So it's gonna be
It's a Festivus miracle.
that's coming up, right? That's coming up. What is it? November 23rd?
We're looking to try to do it December 23rd.
December 23rd, right?
April wants to do it December 21st
No,
because she feels
you
like a lot of
can't.
people are going to be busy that day and they're not
No,
going to
you
want to
can't.
do it.
You can't do it that day. No.
Aaron's gonna
It's
gotta
gotta-
probably
It's got to be the
against
23rd. It's got to be. It is.
A new holiday was born.
Remember that day?
A Festivus for the rest of us.
Come on.
What do you think, Vet?
I think the trying to treat Festivus like a real holiday was played out back when I was in fucking high school.
Oh shit.
But you guys do whatever.
I mean,
you want.
you're like really old though, so like
that
how long
shows you how
ago-
long ago it was played out.
how long ago were you in high school? Two,
A million
BC.
years ago.
3 million.
When that episode fucking came on. That's how. Here, look. See that?
What are you doing?
You'll see.
Is your laptop taking off again?
It sounds like it.
It sounds like
It
it.
sounds like it. It
That's
sounds
right.
like it's about to blast
We have
off.
liftoff.
You know what's
About
happening right now?
3, 2, 1.
My balls was hot. I understand.
Wait, what was that? Show that again. What? Ah, that's the vet. You're an
It is
emoji.
Vet.
Mhm.
That's emoji right there.
Okay, I can't believe I worked the full
All
shift
right,
to
ladies
talk
and
to you guys.
gentlemen, you
Fucking
can
incredible.
find me on Twitter, on Facebook at Colin Whitesong. You can find me each and every week here on the Impact Attack at Ha Mean Media YouTube channel and at Channel Attitude and at patreon.com/Ha Mean Media Group. And you can also find me each and every week, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/The A Show and follow us on Twitter at _The A Show. Just come out and hang out. We also have an Instagram and a TikTok at the _A_ show. Aaron and April would love to hang out with you. They'd love to see you. They'd love to talk to you. This week, Aaron's going to be out of town, and April is doing it by herself. We tried to get Big Ray to fill in as co-host of the show, but he has got more important things to do, like play with titties. And Yeah. So each and every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over at twitch.tv/the A Show. Come over and join hashtag the A Show. It's also a good way to work out.
Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid. Tell me something. Tell me something. Shut up. Stupid Billy Ray Valentine, his dumb sideways hat. Silly unibrow. Whatever. Good night.
You don't say goodnight on this show.
Oh.
This is not your show.
Is
Vet,
it time for the 3 count?
Vet, are you ready to?
do I hit it?
For us to get out of here?
Yep.
Do I hit the 3 count?
Do you have the thing?
I don't have the thing actually.
God
I have
damn
this.
it.
I have this thing.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. Get your shit together.
You don't have the fucking thing? You know.
So you know the thing.
No, I don't have the Constitution in front of me. I apologize.
Well, since you didn't make the thing into a drop, can you perform the thing for us on our way out?
I forgot what the thing was.
Oh my Jesus God! All right.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave this for all the people that actually stay up and listen to us. Okay. This is my message to you guys. Here we go.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.